afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel, JPM.Cuisine. I'm JP, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 240mm sashimi knife, or Yanagiba, by Mercer Culinary.
Bounce.
This one comes off of their Asian collection. They've got several awesome knives that you can check out there. Just recently I did a review of the 6-inch Debo knife, which I find to be an amazing knife, an amazing pickup. Definitely look into one of those if you don't have one already, and check out my video if you haven't seen it. They do come with the Santoprene handles, so they're NSF certified. The 240mm also comes in a left-handed model, so if you're left-handed you can look into one of those. And then the right-handed also comes in a 300mm or 12-inch if you're looking for something a little bit longer. This right here again is the 10-inch or 240mm. They come in a high-carbon German steel. So they're stainless, and I think they're typically around an X50 CR MOV 15 or around 52 to 56 hardness on those. And the one thing you have to remember when using a Yanagiba, primarily it is a slicing knife that is intended for a pull slice, not a push cut, and that is to maintain or protect the edge so that it lasts longer. But since these are a softer knife, most likely you're going to have to resharpen them anyways, so use them as you would feel comfortable. So we know it's sharp. I'm not going to go ahead and get into that. I'm going to do my first cut, pulling it down. The thing about a bevel, it's just like a chisel, so as you push in, either the food is going to push out or the wedge is going to cause you to push in, depending on how you're cutting. So on a Japanese style knife, you're either going to do your regular cut here, and it's definitely a draw through from heel to tip. Most commonly the tip's what's going to be impacting the board to maintain the sharpness on the rest of the knife. So as you're cutting into slices, this is sort of the method. Now when you're using the bevel side, it's actually cutting towards yourself, and what you're doing is you're guiding the knife into the edge, and you're creating the minimal amount of surface draw or drag on whatever it is that you're cutting. So in this case, what you would be doing is using that bevel to maintain the cut. It's going to allow you to get a nice clean cut through, and primarily the most drag is going to be on this side, and sometimes you'll see the Japanese style knives will have a concave grind on here, which will allow minimal surface contact with whatever it is you're cutting. And again, the same principle applies where you're coming up and down and cutting through. Again, I'm sitting down, so it's not as easy, but you're going to get your thin slices just like that, using the full length of the blade to cut through. Okay, and this is going to allow you to maximize the cutting surface of the edge, and it's going to give you such control that you're going to get beautiful thin cuts every time. And this, this is a presentation knife. That's the first thing I notice is when you need something to be cut with precision, this is going to allow you to have that. Now I'm going to get into my faux sushi. All right, so I'm going to switch to a plastic cutting board here. Okay, and so we're going to pretend like it is a piece of fish here. And again, I'm just going to cut some pieces off just to do a little bit of trimming to move them out of the way. What you may end up wanting to do if you're trying to cut with a grain, I cut with a grain when I'm making chicken tenders because whenever you bite into it, you cut across the grain with your teeth, and it gives it that sort of good feel and texture. But if you're wanting to cut sashimi style pieces with the knife, again, sitting down, so I don't have the luxury of getting the right technique. Don't judge me on technique is what I'm saying. And what you're just doing is cutting across to get some nice medallions here. Okay, now if you're wanting to cut into it, let's say you want to cut into the piece of fish, here is that technique you're going to be using as you draw through. Okay, and this is going to give you that style of sashimi. Don't eat this raw. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't. It's not recommended in the States to eat your chicken raw. But if you're trying to get the cut, and that's the reason why I'm like, you know, if you've never done this before, you just want to practice, you want to see what it's like. These are small enough investments that you can get all the practice you want in using this style of knife. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this first look at the Mercer 240mm Yanagiba or sashimi knife. I really enjoy the way it feels. I'm so happy that they offer a product like this so we can get our hands on it and we can try these out. These are a great place to begin so that you can find out if it's something you like. All right, well again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe so you guys can see more of my great content. And like always, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.